everybody? This is Dr. Guyton back with another episode of I Won't Settle TV. I want to thank y'all for the love, thank y'all for the support. All of my new subscribers, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for trusting me with hopefully some good content for you. But I'm going to try my best to give some good content. But some things you're going to agree with, some things you're going to disagree with. But you know what? At the end of the day, we're going to have some good dialogue. I love to talk about relationships. So that's a big piece of what I talk about is healthy relationships. But I love talking about current trends, current happenings. And so y'all know that a few weeks ago, I did a video about popping mollies. You know my stance on today's hip hop. Some people say it's not hip hop, they say it's rap. But you know my stance on today's music and the fact that these artists are putting things in music that are just so degrading or just hurting our communities. Popping mollies a couple of weeks ago, it's this whole notion that everybody want to talk about they popping mollies, and it's just this fad in these songs. But now I'm seeing all these news reports with all these kids now 14, 15, 16 who are strung out on mollies. So it's a correlation there because a few weeks ago we didn't even know what mollies were. So to have kids who are all of a sudden strung out on mollies, and the only thing I can think about is the music putting mollies in their songs, then there has to be some type of correlation there. And so you know how I feel about that. And so today's topic is talking about another line in a song that I have a problem with. And Wayne, I'm talking to you today. I'm talking to you about this whole line saying that you beat the P up. And this is for anybody who doesn't know what he said. He said he beat the P up, and I'm talking about P, a woman's private parts. He beat the P up like Emmett Till. Now, I don't know if y'all know who Emmett Till is. I hope you know who Emmett Till is, especially if you're a black person. I hope you know who Emmett Till is. If you don't, I'm not going to tell you the full story about Emmett Till. I need you to go to Google and learn about Emmett Till for yourself because I hope you see a problem with it once you figure out fully who Emmett Till is. But in short, Emmett Till was a young man who was beat. He was a young black man who was beat by a white man to a point where he wasn't even recognizable. And so I don't know how. This just doesn't make sense to me. How can you compare the way a young black man was beaten to a point that he wasn't recognizable with the way you have sex with a woman? That's an issue, y'all. Now, I know that Wayne probably gonna come back and apologize. And see, I have a. Let me see what I'm gonna call this. This is the I say a stupid comment and then come back and apologize fallacy or syndrome or whatever, because it happens so much. It happens with politicians. It happens with artists, and I feel like that's what they do. They know the statement that they say is controversial, but then they know they can come back and apologize and people will forgive them. That's a problem, see? Because I'm pretty sure Wayne gonna come back and say, you know, well, I didn't really mean it to be in a negative way. You know, I want to apologize to the Till family. I want to apologize to all my fans that I let down. I didn't mean it, blah, 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 all that. And so then the fans gonna come back and say, y'all need to let it go because, you know, he apologized. He didn't mean it in a negative way. It didn't come from a bad place. You need to, you know, just let it go. He's a good guy, blah, blah, blah. And then everybody forget about it. Go on. He still make millions. Everybody else still struggling, blah, blah, blah. We supporting this man. But we have to start holding these artists accountable, y'all. Because, see, they know what they're doing. He wants to be in the headlines. He knew that statement was controversial when he wrote it. I'm pretty sure when he wrote down that line, beat that P up like Emmett Till, when he put Emmett Till in there, he knew that people were going to be offended by that. But he also knows that people are forgiving, and so people are going to forgive him. Now, see, I'm a person who's all about forgiveness, but I believe in holding people accountable. And so think about this. If somebody killed a member of your family, for some people, you know what, we can get to a point where we can say, you know what, I'm going to forgive you because I have to forgive you in order for myself to move forward. I have to forgive you because of my, you know, if you from a spiritual background, you know, it speaks of forgiveness. But you still want that person in jail. You still want that person to be held accountable for their actions, even though you forgave them. The same thing with these artists. We got to hold them accountable, even if we forgive them. And so my way of holding artists accountable is not supporting their music. See, I don't buy Lil Wayne music. I don't, I won't, I never will. And I take him to the point I won't even listen to his music. But that maybe some of you still want to listen to Lil Wayne music. That's okay, but you have to find your way of holding these artists accountable, because that's not cool to make reference to Emmett Till. See, because when he wrote that line, he may say it didn't come from a bad place, but it didn't come from a good place either. Because here's why. Because when he wrote that line, if it came from a good place, he would have thought about Emmett Till's family, who has to deal with the fact that he's not here. He got beaten to a point where he wasn't recognizable. coming from a good place that's when you start thinking about the people it affect. He'll think about the black race that was affected by it, because ultimately who won in this situation? The members, the white guys who beat Emmett Till, they won in that situation because he glorified the way they beat him, and he compared it to the way he beats down a woman. And now to any of the women out there who actually appreciate a line like this, I have a problem with a line like this, because if you want a guy to beat you down that badly to where your stuff is not recognizable, that's a problem. That's a major problem. And so we got to start holding these artists accountable. I don't hate Lil Wayne. No, not at all. But I do wish and I pray and hope that Lil Wayne start taking some type of moral obligation to bettering our communities, because right now that's the type of stuff that tears down our community. White people laughing at lines like that because, and not just all white people, I'm not saying that because I don't believe it's all bad white people, but the ones that are racist and who do not like black people and who appreciate Emmett Till getting beat that way, they actually laughing at that type of line that goes into a song, because they saying, ha ha ha, that Negro right there. They ain't saying Negro, but that Negro right there, he making reference to the way we beat that Negro, you know, and that's crazy, y'all, for him to even feel he can put that in a song. And so, as always, I appreciate y'all for watching the video. Let me know your comments. What do you believe about it? Agree or disagree? If you disagree, I really want to know why you disagree. And so, go check out iwon'tsettle.com. More videos to come. I hope y'all support the movement. Have a blessed day.